Eric Bergstrom here with former Marinette Marine great Brian Boettcher. Brian, thanks for joining me today.
Not a problem.
So how did it feel when you found out you were going to be inducted into Marinette's Hall of Fame?
I don't know. I mean, I still have a soft spot in my heart for that whole time, and I was involved in helping do some things last year. I think it's a great thing, and it's really a great honor. They've had a tremendous sports tradition there that goes back many, many, many years, and a lot of deserving people. So to have it done in the second year is a pleasant surprise, I guess I could say.
What was your favorite memory, if you can think back, playing marine sports? I know you played a bunch of different sports.
I guess my favorite memory has to do with, well, there's a lot of them, but a lot of the guys. I mean, I had a good group of friends that also played sports, which made, the high school time pleasurable, memorable, and a lot of fun. And we had a great group of coaches. I mean, I look back at it and, I think every sport had a strong winning position. We didn't lose a lot, and that came from, the coaches at that time and the tradition of sports in Marinette, and, we expected to win. So, that is a pleasurable memory. I mean, we just, it's tough going through high school when you don't win a lot, any time,
it
in
is.
any sport. And we had great friends with a great winning tradition, and it made it a lot of fun to be there.
Do you get a chance to keep in touch with those guys?
Yeah, I do. A number of them, and actually probably coaches more. Jack Bennett came to Marinette my senior year as a basketball coach, and I still keep touch with Jack and talk to him and golf with him once in a while, through all these years. So that's been a lot of fun.
Like I said, you were an all-around athlete, played many sports. What was your favorite sport to play in? Did you have one?
Basketball by far was my favorite, especially at the time. Now, for the last 15 years, I've been a track coach, and, the thing I liked about track was it was individual, based on what you did, not other guys around you, so I did enjoy that. I probably look back at it now and say it's more fun than it probably was at that time, but, by far basketball was my favorite sport.
That's how everything is, isn't it? As you get older, everything's a little bit sweeter.
Yeah, it's a lot sweeter. Yeah, we were a little bit better, a little bit faster.
Well, of course you were.
in my mind,
yeah,
we probably actually were. But,
yeah, you could jump higher, and
yeah.
I do play-by-play for the Marines basketball right now, so I know what the atmosphere is like right now with the student body and everything at home games. What was it like for you guys back then?
When my junior year was the year we moved into the new high school. And, that one side, you got those gigantic bleachers on one side. It was almost full all the time.
That's great.
And, being involved in athletics and being in Green Bay, I've kept track of what's happened over the years. And actually, both of my boys played at Bayport. And, we go back in the early 2000s, they played, in that time frame. And we would bring more students from Bayport to the games at Marinette than Marinette had. And that was very tough to sit and watch and see, because I knew how it was. I mean, it was exciting atmosphere. It was an atmosphere where, I'd have uncles and cousins come to the games from out of town, and they had to get there during a JV game to get a good seat. Otherwise, they were way up on top. And, it was a great time to play. I mean, it was an exciting time to play. And, I remember my senior year, we took 9 busloads of students to Clintonville.
Wow.
Has that ever happened in recent years? Probably not. It was a great atmosphere at the time, and just a fun time to be there and play.
I read that you were recruited by Michigan State and Minnesota. Why did you end up going to UWGB?
Well, first off, I like basketball better.
They recruited you for football, right?
Yeah, I was recruited Michigan State and Minnesota, even Michigan a little bit, for football. And the truth of the matter is I wasn't I was an okay football player, but I wasn't good enough to play in the Big Ten. I had one really good game my senior year, especially from a blocking point of view, and Irv Kunish was a coach, and he took that tape and sent it all over the place, and all of a sudden I had everybody knocking at my door that never did before then. So, yeah, they were there. They were recruiting me, and we can, put 40 pounds on your frame, you'll be a Big Ten tight end, and da-da-da. But I just didn't like football as much as basketball or nearly as much as basketball.
I know you had a chance to play pro basketball. How close were you to choosing that route?
Well, I was recruited by the Phoenix Suns as an undrafted free agent, and I actually had a contract to play in Europe, in Liège, Belgium. At that time, as a walk-on for Phoenix, the chance to make it was 1 in a million, and basically what they were looking for was bodies for training camp.
Right.
And I wasn't interested in that. And I had talked to some people that had played previously, the previous year. Back in those days, each European team in Belgium was allowed 1 U.S. player per team. And I talked to the guy that had been there the year before, and, he said it cost them money to play there. It was a part of Europe that wasn't particularly friendly to Americans. So when I looked at that and the fact that I had just gotten engaged and just got a job offer in Green Bay, decided it was time to work and get married and not traipse off to Europe to play ball.
There you go. Well, Brian, thanks a lot. I really enjoyed it for joining me today, and congratulations on being inducted into Marinette's Hall of Fame.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much.